I don't see Philly competing in the East, to be honest. I mean, maybe you put them at the 5 seed. I mean, because obviously they have a lot of talent in Simmons and Embiid, but
Well, hold on. With what team? What are we talking about? Are we talking with the Harden? Without
no,
Harden?
I'm saying without Harden right now. We can't speculate that Harden's going to go there right now. I'm just saying without
Yeah,
Harden.
they're missing that, je ne sais pas quoi, like factor. Like something is missing.
I don't know what you just said, but
Yeah, but like it's just don't worry about what I just said. But they're missing a tiny.
Don't worry about what I just said.
I'm missing something. They're missing something.
Tony Pacquiao.
It's like, listen, hey, listen. Everybody else understood what I said,
Tony
but
Pacquiao.
What up, people? All right, thank you so much for joining in the Trendy Husky podcast. If you haven't joined, or you haven't followed, or you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so in our YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook page. We're in other different platforms like iTunes, Pandora. You can look for us everywhere.
You name it. It's been 3 months. Subscribe already.
Yeah,
Jeez,
let's go.
What are you waiting for?
Subscribe. What are you waiting for? Let's do this. All right, before we get into the show, we want to say hello to our beautiful production girl, beautiful Ollie. What up, girl?
Hey, guys.
All right, and right across the table from me, I've got our co-host, Danny Blue Eyes. What up, my man?
What's up, big dog?
Hot picks?
Hot picks?
You got some hot picks for me today?
So far, I'm hot this week.
All right.
I won on the Monday night game. I won on the Thursday. So I'm bouncing back a little bit from last week.
Okay,
so,
okay. Right over here, you got your host, Yassi. What up, people? All right, man. Long week.
It's a long week. It is Friday.
Shoot.
That is good.
We watched that UFC fight last weekend together.
Yeah, last
we did.
weekend you came down.
Man, what a card. It turned out to be amazing.
It was a really good
turned out
card.
to be Figueroa hit that dude with everything.
I think everything he had, he
but
threw
the
it all at
kitchen,
him.
but the kitchen sink, and the dude still would not go away.
He wouldn't.
Okay, let's be very clear. I think Figueroa won that fight,
Yes, he did.
but Mexican dude deserves the draw.
Oh, yeah, of course. He did deserve the draw. And I think they probably scored it a draw just so they could do the rematch. So it sets up really nicely.
I don't know if I want to go there, but like a rematch should happen. Even before the decision was made, I was like, a rematch of this needs to happen.
Well, we scored it, right? It was Figueiredo 1, 2, and 5, and then Moreno took the middle rounds of 3 and 4. That's kind of how we scored it.
Yep.
Because Figueiredo came out guns a-blazing.
Yep.
And then Moreno kind of sustained it, got his few shots in the 3rd and 4th, and then Figueiredo came out aggressive in the 5th.
Yeah, I think 1 and 2 was definitely Figueiredo. 3 and 4, 3 could have went either way. 4 was definitely
3 was Moreno because of that low blow.
Right.
They took away that 1 point. So
Yep. So, and then you got 4, definitely Moreno, and then 5, I thought Figueroa got that round easily, handily.
Because he controlled it out the gates.
Yes,
he came out. He was more aggressive.
He got hit with some counter punches, but by the end of the day,
he controlled it.
He controlled the whole round. So I don't know how that was scored a draw, but man, a rematch needs to happen. Wow, what a fight! I think that was easily the best 135. 125 pound division like fight ever, man, because that was
one of the top fights of the year
ever.
Competed with the Ferguson Gaethje fight for this year. Those two was probably the contenders for fight of the year.
I agree.
If you're looking back at 2020,
Gaethje and Ferguson.
2 fights in.
Man, Ferguson looked like crap.
I don't want to say I told you so, but
you did.
I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you I was a little bit worried that Tony was done, and I think that fight showed that he's not the same fighter no more.
Yeah,
He got manhandled.
He did.
Manhandled. Controlled for all 3 rounds. When have you ever seen Tony get controlled like that? Because he's actually a decent wrestler.
Yeah, he is. And first of all, I've said this multiple times. I wanted that Khabib versus Tony just because they were kind of like coming up at the same time, and they were all like smashing everyone else in the division at the same time, and they had a really hot long streak. And then, that loss that Ferguson had to Gaethje, I didn't want to take anything away from him, and I was like, for some reason, he got weight twice in 1 month. which was the dumbest move ever because he knew the fight was about to get canceled with Khabib.
Yeah.
So he should have taken his time managed his body and everything, and just gotten back, with the right mindset, if that makes any sense, and fought that Gaethje fight. I don't think he was ready, and that's why I kind of gave him the edge on the last fight. I'm like, he's gonna come, he's gonna be ready, trained, whatever. I was wrong. I was super wrong, but just because, he looked old.
It was just the tale of two fighters. Oliveira has been on the uprise for the last 2 years.
Yep.
Now that's 8 fights in a row he's won, and Tony's on the decline, and he saw it right there. It was two fighters going complete opposite directions, and we got to give all the respects due to Oliveira because he dominated, and we should only be talking about him after that fight. And what's next for him?
See, here's the thing with Oliveira. He was going under the radar for the longest because he never fought anyone
of that caliber. Yeah.
So now it definitely, put Oliveira on the map, if that makes any sense. Now everybody knows who Oliveira is.
Exactly.
Everyone has done their research now on Oliveira. He is not to be taken slightly, and his style is one of the styles that you hate because can't put you to sleep. But
that whole match, we're like, come on,
it was
just
not
Tony, stand and bang, stand and bang.
And I don't know what the hell Tony was doing. Fighting off his back, and
he was getting thrown around. There's a few times where he got picked up and just thrown to the mat.
He really, really did.
When do you ever see Tony get picked up and thrown to the mat like that?
Never. And I think Oliveira is someone. I mean, I think he. Do you put him in the final tight contention now after that win?
Well, he's definitely a contender after. I mean, it's not like he just beat Tony. He really took it to him. I mean, it wasn't even close.
So how do you think that division should go? Because you got the Poirier and the McGregor fight coming up.
Of course.
That's
coming up pretty soon, right?
You got Gaethje still on there. I mean, how do you see this?
I mean, obviously, it all depends on if Khabib is actually going to do another fight or not. But, I mean, what? Khabib has... I mean, he said he retired, but he has what? One more fight, you think? Maybe one more super fight left. If he does come back, it's going to be...
It's not going to be against them.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a super fight if it's going to be
GSP of anything, yeah.
Yeah, so it's... You could basically say that Khabib's technically out of that division now, just about. So now it comes down to, Gaethje, Poirier, McGregor, Oliveira.
Yep.
It's kind of those.
It's gonna be very interesting too. I don't know how ready McGregor is for January's bout.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, no one knows.
No one knows
until he's really
one
there.
fight last year against what was it, Cowboy?
Cerrone. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, and he finished it right away too. So.
I mean, to his credit, he finished it right away. But I mean, McGregor hasn't been really the same since. That loss to Khabib.
So now you think Ferguson is done. You don't see him coming back.
It's hard to imagine him coming back.
Yeah, I
agree.
mean, after 2 losses like that. Yeah, to Gaethje, that fight to Gaethje and the way he got dominated by Oliveira. I would not be surprised actually if he gets cut from the UFC. Because I heard they're cutting a lot of fighters.
Are they really?
Yeah, oh, God, they already started cutting a lot of fighters. And I think they're cutting 60 more or something like that. So, I would not be surprised if Tony's one of them. I would not be surprised because I know he never had the best of relationship with Dana White. But Tony was a tough cookie, man. He was a tough cookie. He could wrestle. He could box. He had them elbows like made of steel.
Yeah. I mean, his jaw was made of steel too. I mean, it was hard to knock that guy out. Ask Gaethje about it.
Everything.
And not just 3 rounds. That was a 5 rounds. Threw everything he could at him, yeah.
You even see when Gaethje went down to his corner, like, even his trainer was like, dude, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to kill him? Yeah. Like, dude, just, I want you to take 20-30% off your hits. You know what I mean? Just like...
Yeah, stick and move. Protect yourself, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be very interesting, man. It's a lot of good fight. Greg Hardy is going to be fighting tomorrow's card.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean, what are you thinking of Greg Hardy's fighting career so far?
I don't even know.
He's like, I don't know what to make of it.
It's not even worth talking about, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think he's again fought somebody worthy. And
I feel like he was just more
he's got
hype.
a lot of holes, man.
Of course. I mean, I thought he was all hype at first, and then
I think he'll give you about one round, but then after that, it's just gonna be all ugly and hugging.
Yeah, exactly. Those big guys gas out pretty early.
Oh God, yeah. And dude, he really gasses out.
And he's a big guy.
Oh yeah.
He's a big dude.
He is a big dude.
Are you going to watch the card tomorrow?
I am. I want to see Wonder Boy. I can't wait for Wonder Boy 2. I want to see if Wonder Boy is done, because every time I think he's done, he comes back with like a win. I thought, I never doubted Wonder Boy after he bet until he fought Luke. I think it was. Luke is one of the very upcoming good fighters, and man, he showed his skills in that fight. He put a whooping on Luke. I think it went to decision that Wonder Boy ended up winning. But, man, you never can sleep on Wonder Boy. He's got those moves. Right? Yeah, I think he's favored on this fight. But I don't think it's going to be by much. I can actually check the line right now.
So do you think you're going to bet on it or just kind of stay away from those?
Yeah, no, I'm staying away from these. I'm staying. Greg, I want to see what Greg Hardy's line is going to be at. So Gregor Hardy is not. I mean, it's a even line. He's minus 25, and Chibura is minus 105. So that's the Hardy one. And let me see Wonder Boy. That's gonna be interesting. Are you betting on tomorrow's fight?
No, I'll probably stay away. I mean, there's NFL on tomorrow, so I'll probably stick to football tomorrow, I think.
Pettis is fighting on this card too, actually.
Oh yeah, I saw that as well.
Yeah, so Pettis and Morano. Pettis is favorite.
There's some decent names on this card. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely no pushover.
I think you're saying no right now, but if we do get together, you're definitely gonna end up
every time we get together, we'll be like, okay, what are we betting on?
what are we doing?
what are we betting on? Okay.
All right, so
let's figure it out.
Stephen Thompson, it's right in the middle. He's minus 105. Neil is minus 125.
Okay.
So yeah, it's about an even line.
Yeah, that is pretty even.
Yeah, we'll see where the line's at tomorrow.
So
but
football and UFC on tomorrow.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
Saturday games,
That's a good Saturday.
Saturday.
Man.
Who's playing? The Packers and who?
We got the Packers and Panthers, and then we got the Bills traveling to Denver.
Okay.
So 2 solid games.
2 very solid games.
We expect the favorites to win.
Yep.
Both teams are rolling in the Packers and Bills. So
I
already got my teasers down for that one.
Before we start with the picks and stuff, we usually
talk
about us a little bit. How is San Diablo treating ya?
Okay. I mean, it's been a pretty good week. Work's been busy.
Okay.
Work's been busy. I've been working around the house. I actually picked up a random new hobby that I'm kind of enjoying. Not going to lie. You're going to be very surprised.
Give it to me.
Be very surprised by this. Gardening.
Shut up.
Well, not really too much gardening, but so I went to this one garden. I don't know. It was like this like nursery / garden. Well, because I saw like all our neighbors and stuff had like these cool like trees and plants and all that stuff. And I wanted some for our balcony so we could get, like secluded it. Blockade.
I don't know if I like this much.
Listen.
I think I put you in a very bougie neighborhood. I put you in a very bougie neighborhood. I don't know if I like this.
So anyway, I went to this nursery, and it was like this old Asian lady. She was showing me all these like different kind of flowers and stuff. I'm like, But anyway, I got like 5 or 6 different plants, got some pots. I started digging them into soil and everything like that. So I was actually enjoying myself while doing it. I got hooked on it. After I did the 6 plants, I was like, I want to go. I told Mariah, I was like, babe, I'm going to go to Home Depot tomorrow and get some more. And she's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I think so. I was like, you may have to double check who you're talking to right now.
What is Danny Blue Eyes? I don't know if I like the San Diego move anymore for you. I think we put you in a way too bougie of a neighborhood.
So Tim was talking to, I think, one of his friends or whatever about Encinitas, the Encinitas area. And she's like, how you liking it? And Tim's like, well, it's a little too bougie for us. And she's like, just give it a few months and then the bougie will be in you too. And Tim's like, I don't know. She's like, no, give it a few.
There you go. Results in front of me,
Just give it a few months and it'll be right in front of you.
You do get used to it a little bit and then you become one of them. And they're like, what the hell was I doing all along? I was living like an animal. Living like an animal. Basketball, dude. Let's start with some basketball.
Look.
I know. Got some Bulls shirt.
I know. Ready.
I can
Tip
tell.
off is in like 5 days.
I don't think you should be repping the Bulls.
Why? They're looking decent in preseason. It's okay.
Oh, God. Preseason?
Kobe White scored 27.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey.
Oh, Jesus.
We could be a 30-win team.
We're talking preseason.
Bulls could win 30 games.
Like Ivor said, practice, man. We're talking about practice.
Bulls could win 30 games.
Oh, Jesus.
Come on, can I not be excited about the Bulls? At
No,
least for the opener. Okay, 2 weeks in the year.
All right, there you go. 2 weeks. I give you the first 2 weeks.
Exactly.
Then it's gonna be smashed.
And then the excitement goes away.
That's it, right away.
That's what I'm saying. At least let me be excited because the Bulls haven't played since March.
True.
So, for being
before the bubble, yeah.
Be a hardcore Bulls fan, that's a long time not to see your team.
That's very true.
So I just got a little preseason excitement. All
right. Give it to me. What's going on with Harden?
Who gives a shit?
No, no. First of all, let's talk about that. He came back overweight.
No crap.
He looks like a homeless dude.
Yeah,
what the hell is going on?
That's terrible. That guy makes 100.
What is going on? He really does not want to be there anymore.
No, not at all.
But the problem is he's creating so much drama for himself that no one is going to want to pick him up.
Yeah, who the hell wants to trade all these assets now for a guy who's overweight and all that issues came out? Did you read the ESPN story?
I did, but go ahead. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, assistant coach came out and basically laid a bunch of dirt on Harden, saying that whatever it's Harden's way.
Yep.
Harden ran the
He
franchise.
wants his team in the play. Exactly. He wants his guys, his trainers, he's this.
If he wanted to stay in LA the extra night to party,
yep.
the whole team would have to stay there the extra night just so, he could stay that night before they fly out the next day.
That is BS, man.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's crazy.
That's nuts. That is nuts. The problem is, the Brooklyn Nets thinking that they might have a shot of winning it. I don't think they want to touch this. Because they already have Kyrie. Exactly. With a lot of drama.
I don't even know what he's saying.
They already have KD. But I feel like KD has been maturing a little bit. He's talking to the media. There's no drama. I don't see any.
He's talking to the media. I love how these guys who make $40 million.
We're settling down. We're settling down. It's okay. We're taking what we can.
What a great guy. He talks to the media. What a great character.
Well, hey, it's at least not Kyrie. Kyrie was like, no, I'm not talking to the media. Huh? And then they started fighting his ass, and he was like, I'll talk to the media. The second you start touching their money, that's when they get sensitive. If you're Brooklyn, do you see yourself winning without maybe, bringing a Harden?
I mean, it's kind of hard for them to think that they could compete against the Lakers, at least. But in the East, they could compete. I mean, where do we have the Nets right now? Around a 4 seed, do you think?
I'm liking them, man.
Right?
I'm liking them. I think they might actually have first in the East. I'm liking them that much.
Over your Miami
Yeah,
Heat?
over Miami.
No
man.
way.
Oh, dude, you can't.
No
man, Durant looks good. Durant looks good in the preseason. We're talking about him coming back from injury and whatnot. Mm-hmm. He looks good. Kyrie, with his drama, he can score still after injury. So, those were the biggest.
That's never been the issue about Kyrie, ever.
Kyrie has been, well.
His scoring is never the issue. It's his passing, it's his defense, and it's his off-court issues, and it's also his teammate and leadership.
I agree with all of that, but when it comes to defense, who plays defense anymore?
Well, I mean, a lot of people still play defense.
You can win without playing defense.
Nah,
I'm just saying. Doesn't have to be very tight.
You always underrate defense when it comes to...
I don't. I'm one of the big believers where I think defense is very important, but I just think teams have won in the past without playing defense. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to say Lakers because they had Dwight and they had,
AD. And,
AD. Yeah. LeBron doesn't always play defense.
He plays defense when he needs to.
When he needs to.
When he needs to, yeah.
And then you had a team like the Warriors where only Draymond played defense. You know what I mean?
Clay was a great perimeter defender. You can't take that away from Clay.
True, but Steph doesn't play that much defense.
No, but he's gotten better. He was terrible when he got in the league. But
that's very true.
You see him trying a little more now.
Oh, yeah. I agree there. 100%.
What do you think about Steph for MVP? He's at 10-1 odds right now. I was thinking about throwing maybe 100 or 2.
Yeah, I do.
Right? Who else is going to score on that team?
I think LeBron this year. I think LeBron's going to be LeBron's year. I think so. Even though, I don't like LeBron that much, but I think it'd be hard betting against LeBron this year. He has the team, and
he has the team. I just think you're gonna see him take a few games off, and I also see AD as well. He takes a lot of those points. AD is gonna take 27, 28 points a game.
I agree. So you don't think Giannis is gonna?
Well, Giannis is gonna come out, and he's in the conversation as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, I'm just saying, kind of as like a little sleeper pick. I like Steph just because
just throw like $100 on it to see where it's at.
I'm gonna throw $100 on it because I think he's gonna average 30 plus a game. No,
man,
30 and 10.
Yeah, well, Clay is not there, so he's gonna have to pick up some points from there.
Yeah, and Curry's healthy, so
Curry's healthy. What do you see them making the playoffs? Even 8 seed?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I see the Warriors actually still competing. I mean,
the West is getting more complicated, man. So, okay, is Houston completely out of playoff picture right now? If Harden leaves.
Yeah, if Harden leaves, yes. I can't see John Wall
doing it by himself.
John Wall and PJ Tucker carrying them?
No way.
That doesn't sound promising at all.
Nope. So, you got your Clippers, you got your Lakers, your Suns.
Well, yeah, of course. Okay. You're going to put the Suns in there.
Yeah, you got to put the Suns in there. The Jazz are always going to be there.
The Jazz are just solid. They play solid D.
Yeah, but they make it to the playoffs and not always like barely make the playoffs. They're always like 5th, 4th seed.
Yeah, they're always
that mid-table.
Yeah.
So the Jazz are going to be there.
They remind me a lot like the Spurs. They never like had a true superstar, but they're well coached. They play well, but
you can't say that though.
No, I said like the Spurs without Kawhi and stuff, like without a superstar.
Yeah, but then once the Spurs get to the playoffs, it's playoff times, man. They turn it completely. You know what I mean? Like the Spurs don't mess around in the playoffs. The Jazz can't get over the hump in the playoffs.
Yeah,
I feel like they're missing 1-2 more pieces to that team that will get them over the. They can make the playoff no problem, but once in
that's it. They're missing a key player. I mean, their only hope right now is for Donovan Mitchell to take that next jump. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's already an all-star, but they need him to be a superstar if they want to contend.
I do.
And it's hard, especially for someone at that size too, 6'3".
That might not be enough though. I'll tell you why. I'll give you a very good example, kind of like very similar. Portland, they have a superstar. I think, Damian is a superstar, not even a star. He's a superstar. Still not enough, man. Not enough when you're playing the Clippers or you're playing the Lakers right now, where, even the Nuggets are only going to get better. Mm-hmm. The Nuggets are only going to get better. So
maybe not in the West this year, though. I can't see them being the 1 seed.
No.
2 seed, maybe.
No, not even the 2 seed. I think they'll be 3rd or 4th. But still,
they're the 2 seed with all those other teams in it last year, the Lakers and the Clippers and all that. So,
well, a lot happened last year too. But I agree. I'm not saying sleep on the Nuggets. I think the Nuggets are going to be definitely top 3-4 seeds. I'm just saying I don't know if they'll be the top 2 seed with how the Lakers have been looking. And we
all think the Lakers are going to be the 1 seed.
I don't know if I'm going to give you that. But just because I don't know how many games LeBron will take off. And we know LeBron is going to rest this year. And you're right about that. Once you mentioned that, actually, I read a lot of articles about that. I think LeBron is going to rest a lot of games this year.
Just be ready for the playoff run.
Yeah, exactly. He is getting only older, man.
I know. I mean,
of course. It's not going to get any...
There's a lot of miles on those legs.
It's not going to get any better.
He's been playing into playoffs like every year since 18, 10 finals appearances. Yep. Think of how much basketball that is.
Yeah.
That's an insane amount.
And their team, even though they have a great team, but they do have a lot of old dudes. Marc Gasol is not any younger.
Oh, yeah. They got a lot of old guys that need to get up and down the court.
Exactly.
So I think you may see them rely on AD a little bit.
A lot more, yes, this year. So like I said, when it comes to the Lakers, as long as AD or LeBron does not go down. Oh, let me ask you actually this. If one of them goes down and one of them stay healthy, do you think it will be enough for them to make a run in the playoffs?
That's a good question.
Yeah. If one of them goes down. Either or.
See, I think they would have more trouble if LeBron went down than AD. Because I think LeBron, the whole offense really runs through him. He's a facilitator. He runs the floor. So I really think they would have more problems, if LeBron went down than AD.
Oof. I don't know, man. I'm going the other way just because of how big AD came.
He came down. Oh, defensively? Yeah, of course.
Man. He was making some big stops for them, and he really held it down. And plus, AD was scoring all them free throws in the 4th quarter, which LeBron
because no one could guard him in the post.
Yes.
No one.
Yeah, and he was going to the line all the time.
He had the fadeaway. He had the post moves. He had the step backs. It was just, he had everything.
And by the way, this is not me saying that LeBron doesn't go enough to the line because he doesn't drive, he's only getting older. It's not going to get easier. And by the way, even though LeBron is a big dude, It's not that easy. Just drive into the line every time you get the ball.
No, it's exhausting. It's easy to say, just take it to the rack.
Yes,
but it's exhausting.
For us bettors or fans or whatever.
Like, what are you doing?
Joe, what are you doing? Take it.
Take it
you're
to
like
the rack.
6'9", 6'10".
That's all we ever say
when
we bet on the Lakers.
But no, it's not that easy. And mostly in his age, it's not very easy. It's very hard. You can't take it to the rack every time, because then instead of him giving you a good 4 or 5 minutes in that quarter, he's only going to give you, or whatever, more minutes. He's going to give you half of that. And you're going to have an exhausted LeBron the whole time. So, I can't blame him for not driving to the basket all the time. Like, Skip Bayless blames, he always puts that on LeBron all the time. But again, Skip is not the biggest LeBron fan either in the world. So, but...
Skip will say anything to get attention.
When it comes, there is some dudes he really does not like. Like, every time there is a talk about Mayweather, he thinks anyone can knock out Mayweather. Anytime Mayweather is fighting, whoever is fighting him is going to win.
He'll knock him out.
Anytime LeBron is doing something, LeBron was wrong in this. Every time. So he's really not the biggest fan of like LeBron or Mayweather. But all right, I'm going to ask you this question, which I know I asked you last week. How are you feeling about the Clippers? With Ibaka, with Kawhi,
I think Ibaka's a nice piece for them.
Yeah.
I mean, he still was giving the Raptors a lot of good minutes last year. But
is it a upgrade from Montrezl?
That's a good question. I mean, obviously, Montrezl won Sixth Man of the Year.
Yep.
I think Montrezl, at this point of his career, he's a lot younger. He'll give you a lot more energy.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I still like Ibaka's game a lot.
His IQ is very
high. I would still take Montrezl though, just because he's a little bit younger, a little bit more energy on the glass. But I mean, Ibaka's still a polished and proven player. I don't want to underrate him at all.
I think here's where I think the Clippers messed up. I think they messed up by keeping Pat Beverly as a point guard. I think they should have went all in on Rondo. I don't know.
Like his 6 points a game.
It's not
and all that trash talking.
Rondo brings in that playoffs experience, man. We always talk about Rondo and during before the playoffs, but man, Rondo brings in a whole lot during playoffs. And dude, he's
playoff Rondo.
Yeah, playoff Rondo. It's a real thing.
Not playoff P.
No, playoff.
No,
we don't like playoff
thing as playoff P. I don't know where that came from. I don't know where that freaking
because
term
of the
came
couple
from.
series that Indy had versus Cleveland or Miami. I'm sorry, Miami.
I think all of Harden's antics are putting him on almost the shit list with Paul George for me.
Yeah, I really don't like Paul George. I think you're gonna see a different Paul George this year.
Oh, yeah.
I think so. No, mark my words on this
out,
one.
Guys. Second round of the playoffs, Paul. Playoff P's coming. Second round.
Mark my words on this one. I think Paul George learned his lesson. I think he's going to be very different. He's going to be more aggressive. And I think him and Kawhi, their backs are against the wall anyways. I'm
curious to see who, after George gets knocked out in the second round, who he's going to blame this year.
This time, I know. It's always someone. I agree.
Who's he going to blame?
I agree. So I think he's back. I like that his back is against the wall. He's really going to come out and do something. He's got a lot to prove. All right. Now, switching back to the East. How you liking that 76ers team?
I mean, that 76ers team is... I mean, there's a lot of trade rumors right now.
There is a lot going on. Yep.
I heard that they would actually include Simmons in the package.
I don't like that. What are you doing there? Why? First of all, it doesn't make sense for both teams. Houston, you're not making a run right now. Get some picks and build your future.
They need to get as many picks as possible.
Now you're just going to be paying Ben Simmons a whole lot of money, and you're not even going to be making the playoffs.
I don't see Philly competing in the East, to be honest. I mean, maybe you put them at the 5 seed. I mean, because obviously they have a lot of talent in Simmons and Embiid, but...
Well, hold on. With what team? What are we talking about? Are we talking with the Harden?
No, I'm saying without Harden right now. We can't speculate that Harden's going to go there right now. I'm just saying without Harden.
They're missing that, je ne sais pas quoi, like factor. Like something is missing.
I don't know what you just said, but
yeah, but like it's just don't worry about what I just said. But they're missing a tiny.
Don't worry about what I just said.
I'm missing something. They're missing something. It's like listen, hey, listen. Everybody else understood what I said. But I'm telling you, they're missing a lot.
Remember how much you loved him, man.
Love what?
Tony Parker.
Oh,
remember how much you loved him?
He was a great point guard.
Oh, I'm not debating it at all. It's just funny when we first grew up. That was like one of the only like English words, like you said, that I could understand.
Tony Parker is one of the best.
We'd be watching basketball and you barely spoke English, and you're like Tony Parker. I'm like, dude, we're watching the Bulls and Celtics. Tony Parker's not playing. I'm like, Tony's not it. Tony Parker. What about Tony Parker? I'm like, we know, man.
I know.
I was like, we've had this conversation.
I'm just always, gotta remember the greats. But he was one of the best point guards ever.
He had that great Euro step in the lane.
He did. And man, that passes behind the back and all that stuff.
I feel like people from Europe just naturally have that Euro step. You just, even watching you play basketball, I know you don't play too much.
True. Yeah, but
you take it to the lane. You look all sloppy going to the lane. Then all of a sudden you go, do, finger roll. I'm like, what the fuck?
Where the fuck did that come from?
I swear. I'm like, I swear the people from Europe, they just naturally know how to do that.
We have that mechanism just inserted in us.
It's a twinkle, because, Europeans are better with their feet than Americans. So
it's true.
I think just naturally you guys are
it's
good
because
with
you guys don't have strong legs. I mean, here's why, I don't know, now that you said something about the legs, even though everyone, the people that play basketball in Europe, you have to play soccer at one point or another.
Yeah, so they grow up playing soccer.
Yeah,
and that's
so
where
the
you get
feet
that.
are better a little bit.
And that's probably where you build your muscle, right? When you're young, too.
For sure. All you're doing is running them feet and
kicking
that ball and
kicking. Yeah.
So go to any high school and look at the soccer players been playing soccer since they were
since
kids.
They've been young,
and go compare them to the baseball team. Completely different legs over there.
Oh yeah,
huge, huge difference. All right, moving on from basketball. I'm gonna talk about. Let's get in some football picks. But before that, we got a couple questions to ask you. First of all, how about them Browns, man?
Even though they took a loss,
even though it was okay. Hold on. Pause. Were you wrong about the Browns? Or are you still sticking with what you've been saying about them?
Okay, well, even though they did lose, obviously their defense doesn't look all that great. I mean, giving up. I mean, they were even letting up passing yards to Lamar, which is not too great. But I'll stick with Baker. Baker really did play a good game. And that's really, if you're the Browns, even though they did lose, especially to the Ravens again for the second time this year. Obviously, no loss ever feels good, but at least you could hang your hat on Baker playing well.
I agree.
I mean, he really made some big-time throws down the field. He hit this corner route 35 yards down the field. It was in the second quarter. It was on a rope. I mean, he's impressing a lot of people right now, and I think he's trending in the right direction. I don't think he is there yet, but it is looking a lot better for Baker right now.
Yep.
It's looking a lot better for him.
Yep.
And I think Browns fans got to be a little bit excited that, he's kind of coming into his own in this offense right now.
Yeah. I'm with you, but I'm going to, again, ask you my question in a different way that I asked you before, and you had a different, I'm hoping you're going to have a different answer today. Is Baker playing better now that Odell is not inserted?
Here it's coming again.
You know that question is coming again.
No, I don't.
Can you see the difference?
I told you. I just don't think it's because of Odell. I think it's just him getting more comfortable in the new coach's system.
So you don't think by having Odell can put some pressure on you because you don't think that Odell needs his amount of touches every game?
It does put pressure.
Okay, there you go. We're getting somewhere.
It does put a little bit pressure on him, but I think Odell. You'll see next year. It'll be his second year in the offense. He'll have Landry. He'll have the two backs, and he'll have Odell. He'll have an established offense. I think you're going to see him thrive even more.
I think if the Browns were smart, they would trade Odell this offseason.
But he's a true number one.
He's not. He's not working out well in the system. They're playing much better without him. I get it.
They're a running offense first. They're not a passing offense. They're running offense first.
Well, you can't have Odell in a running offense first. You gotta get rid of Odell and get.
So you want to trade him at his lowest value right now, coming off a torn ACL?
I don't know if
what happened. What are you gonna get for him? A second or third round pick right now?
I guess.
And what happened if you trade him? He comes back fully healthy and tears up the league again. Then you're sitting there like, oh,
you don't think they should trade for a couple pieces in the defense? That would be nice.
They should probably go draft some defensive players.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, I mean, yeah.
They need the defense right now. Yeah. You're right. They have problems in the defense.
Their defense looks a little shaky.
Very shaky. I mean, if they had just an average defense or average plus, I'd say, hey, man, and I know this might be a big statement, but if all the stars align and everything goes right, they might be the biggest threat that the Chiefs might have this season.
The Browns?
Yeah, maybe. I'm saying maybe. If all the stars align and everything goes well.
Because they could run the ball and keep... I think
because the Chiefs got a very weak defense.
They do. Their defense has not looked great this year.
Exactly. So if they can and you can't stop Patrick Mahomes. No one in the league can stop Patrick Mahomes.
It's crazy how they picked him off 3 times and then he still scored 30 points. I was like,
you know
when did that happen?
You know what? I was literally just laughing after that game. But anyways, going back to the Browns. If they could just slow him down a teeny bit, they might be able to.
They have the formula to slow him down.
Yep.
By running the ball and chewing up the clock. That's how you beat the Chiefs. Yep. You need to do kind of like what the Titans do.
Yep.
They have those 7-8 minute drives. You keep Mahomes on the sideline, keep him all chilly over there. And just, come on, just sit down. We're going to be a while, okay? Don't worry about it. That's how you kind of got to beat the Chiefs. Because you're not going to stop them, especially with the Browns defense. If you let up 47 to the Ravens, imagine what the Chiefs are going to do to them.
But they scored 2. They scored, what, 42, 43? So, dude, they can score.
That
was one pick the whole game,
That was an amazing game.
It was an amazing
I actually
game.
never told you. So, it was funny. That night, I had the Ravens -3 and the over. So, the over hit easily because it was over 45.
Yeah.
And it was a parlay. Ravens -3, so they were up 3 points, but that part was going to push, and then that last play happened. Remember the safety?
Yeah.
So I covered my -3
because of the safety.
Yeah, so I ended up winning like $340 on the parlay. It was 100 to win 340.
Wow.
But if I didn't get that safety, that part of the parlay would have pushed, and I would have only won 80.
Yep.
So it was a $260 difference.
Oh, wow.
On that safety.
Wow.
How great was that play?
That's amazing.
And Tim
man.
made the same bet as me, and when we were happening, we were kind of bummed out. We're like, oh, all that work for like $80.
Yeah.
And then they start tossing it around and they slowly go back and we look at each other like, maybe. And they keep tossing. And then you see the receiver turn and toss it into the end zone. And we're like, yeah, go. We're just running around the house like hooligans, man. I can't believe we covered that.
That is funny.
I can't believe we covered that.
That
was amazing.
You guys never text me about these picks ever.
Okay.
God forbid I placed any bet. You guys are the first ones to know. Oh, hey, I just did this. I just did that.
Okay, we could have easily lost that bet too. That was a back and forth game.
Yeah, but you should have just given me like a little heads up. Hey, you want in or not? But anyways.
Then we need to do a conference call.
We do need to do a conference call. It's very true.
That's cool.
All right, getting out of that. Getting out of the Browns, I want to talk about the Saints. They took an L last week. They screwed up our freaking parlay. We had a nice parlay going. Nice. Really nice. We're going to win buku money. Then the Saints were like, no, we don't want you guys getting cookies. What the hell went wrong last week?
What the hell went wrong is they had, listen to this, two design runs for Taysom Hill. What the fudge are you doing, Sean Payton? Taysom Hill is not Drew Brees. What are you trying to prove? Making him throw it 40 times a game. Taysom Hill, what's his best attribute? Running the damn ball. And that's how they won their last 5 games with him. What the hell is Taysom Hill doing throwing 40 times a game? I really think Sean Payton got a little bit too cute. He wanted to show people, hey, Taysom Hill's mine. He's actually a really good quarterback. And look what happened. There's no excuse for that. There's no excuse for throwing it 40 times a game with Taysom Hill. That was a terrible game plan, and they deserved to lose that game. The Eagles came out, and they actually played inspired football with Jalen Hurts. I got to tip my cap to Jalen Hurts because I did not expect that at all.
So do you think Hurts should be still
Of course, I think,
Eagles quarterback?
Not only did it their offense look a little bit better. Because Jalen Hurts, he ended up having wasn't it like 103 rushing yards or something like that?
Yeah.
He ended up having 100 rushing yards, and he looked so composed back there. He played good football, but the Eagles defense played inspired football as well. I think sometimes when you see like a big change like that within a team, a coaching change or quarterback change, you see like the rest of the team kind of get ignited,
Right.
And you saw that with the Eagles. They played inspired football. I mean, they held the Saints to 14 points.
Yeah,
the Eagles' defense is atrocious.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But they really did play some good football.
They played all well all around. They threw the clock very well. They did very well that day. And even though it kind of ruined everything for me, but you had,
I mean, it was
well deserved for the Eagles.
It was well deserved. Yeah. I really didn't see them winning that game, but I didn't see Jalen Hurts playing that well either, though.
Do you think Wentz is just screwed for the rest of the season now?
It's not looking good for Wentz right now. He's probably like this again, having deja vu from 3 years ago when Foles is tossing touchdowns.
Yes, man, it's really not good for him. The only difference is that back then he was injured. This time he's not injured.
This time he's not injured. That's got to be a tough feeling.
Yeah, it's rough, man.
Maybe Bears. Maybe Bears looking at him. Maybe.
I don't know, man. I don't know if he's a good QB anymore, but I don't know. That's just me. Well, he still has a lot to prove. He got the big contract, but I might be stuck with that contract for a while, so we'll see.
Well, at least he's stuck with it, which is a good thing for him.
It's very true. Do you see them having a slight chance against the Chiefs this week?
The Saints?
Yeah, because Drew Brees is coming back.
I don't care. I'm hammering the Chiefs.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm hammering them hard.
All right.
And then I'm going to hammer them again.
All right. So
then right when you think it's enough?
Time out. Hold on. Not yet. No picks yet. No picks yet. We're going to hammer them some more.
There you go. You're catching along. You're catching along nicely.
All right. I got to talk about the Rams. Are they the real deal? They've been winning a lot lately. They look like they're, in control. Could they make some noise in the playoff?
I mean, we talked about this a little bit last week.
Yep.
Obviously, I'm not super high on all the NFC teams because we talked about it. I mean, look, the Saints, they lost their number 1 seed, so now the Packers are the number 1 seed. Their defense is atrocious. But, I mean, the Rams are just – their defense is looking really good right now. Aaron Donald is probably I would say the best defensive player in football. And then close behind him is Jalen Ramsey, one of the best lockdown corners in the game. Anytime you could play that well of defense, Jared Goff just has to take care of the ball.
Yep.
I mean, that's really what it comes down to. I said the Rams look very good when they're ahead because they play good defense. They run the ball, do some play action. It's just they scare me when they get down. They scare me when they get in a shootout. What happens when it's, the Seahawks? What happens if the Seahawks drop 30 on them and they get down 2 scores? Is Jared Goff going to be able to lead them back?
No, it's a problem.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you're right. They always have a hard time coming back in the game.
Exactly.
It's good when they start hot, but coming back.
So
they're very well at controlling the clock as well and chewing the clock down. Very hard, very, very hard. Them coming back from like a 10-0 or
that's what I'm saying. So it's very, very important for them to get off to a very good start.
I agree. All right. Next question: are the Bills the real deal? Because they've been hot lately, man.
I've been riding them.
You've been riding them.
That was one of my picks last week was the -2. And
are they the real?
I actually hammered them. I won like a couple $100 off them, so I ended up like being even on the.
Do you see them slowing down?
I mean, right now, the scary thing about the Bills right now is the defense is coming along too now. The defense is finally starting to
get on the same page.
Exactly. I know the defense was carrying them a lot last year, carrying Josh Allen, but now the defense is slowly coming around. They had a slow start. But you see the defense, and I mean, Josh Allen's playing some of his best football right now. The thing is, he's got the rocket arm, but he's taking care of the ball.
Yep.
He's not making those dumb decisions like you saw, remember, in the playoff game where he's tossing it over his head. Yep. And, I mean, obviously it helps having Stephon Diggs because that guy's a beast.
I agree.
You just got to get him the ball, especially get him in space, and he's going to do some work. I like the Bills, though. They're making some moves.
Very good.
Well, I'd say they're a top 5 team right now.
Could you match them up versus the Chiefs? That's a rough matchup.
I think it would be a fun matchup, though. I think.
Take the over any day.
Yeah,
every
I
day.
think watching the Bills and watching the Chiefs, I think that's a very potential AFC Championship game.
Yeah,
the winner of that could go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I don't think the Bills are quite on the Chiefs' level.
Okay.
I think they're very similar teams. I mean, Mahomes and Allen have very strong arms.
You don't think the Chiefs' defense might be a big obstacle for the Chiefs come playoff time?
Well, that's a great point. I mean, it really could be. I mean, one of the weak links, the only weak link of the Chiefs team
is that defense,
and that is that running defense.
Yeah.
I mean, you really could run the ball on them. Their defense scares me a little bit.
A lot of it.
Their offense is
amazing.
So it's not just Mahomes. They have so many guys.
Yeah, I agree.
So much speed.
Yep.
And then you have Kelsey up the middle.
Like hammer the money line any day. No matter how minus it is, just hammer the money line. It's the line that might get screwed up.
The Chiefs were down. The Chiefs were down 10 points last week to the Dolphins. It was like second quarter.
Yeah,
they were minus 250 at the start, but they were even in the second quarter.
Yep.
And me and Tim just look at each other. We smile. And then literally 10 minutes later, 30-10. We're sitting there like this.
Yeah. That's funny.
You don't even need to say anything in our house. If the Chiefs are down, you just look at each other.
That's it.
Or just let the brother know, hey, the Chiefs are down.
That's all you need.
Better get to your damn phone.
All right. One more before we get into our picks. Okay, Raiders, man. I cannot wrap my head against them. Let me start by saying this. So, you beat the Chiefs in the beginning of the season.
Very impressive.
You beat the Saints before that, at home in Vegas. Very impressive.
And they went toe-to-toe with the Chiefs again.
Hold on. And then you go toe-to-toe with the Chiefs again. Mm. And then you see games versus, for example, the Jets. It has to come down. They should have lost that game.
Time.
It had to come down to the last play where the Jets had to literally hand it to them.
They did.
They handed it to them. Like, they go toe-to-toe with the Jets. Makes no sense. And then you see them taking an ass whooping from the Chargers yesterday again. What the hell?
Well, that's still a good game. It wasn't an ass whooping.
Herbert is amazing, but Jesus, everything else is crap.
It's a defense.
He's like, he is the next. I agree. He is definitely going to be.
It's fun watching him.
Oh, for sure,
guy is
man.
A cannon.
He is.
He is a cannon.
And smart too. Smart.
The Chargers kicker tried to give away the game. And Herbert's like,
no, this is my game to take. I'll score
he went, I'll do it my damn self.
And yesterday we bet not against each other, but you bet on the Chargers.
Yeah,
I bet on the
Raiders.
Chargers. We didn't know till the end of the game.
Oh,
we were
yeah.
Texting each other.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, what's going on? But you're right. When I was watching the game, it's just like, what the hell?
It's the Raiders' defense. It has so many holes. They were out for defensive starters too.
Anyone,
it was. Man. I mean, Herbert played well, but there were so many holes in the secondary. I mean, receivers were wide open,
like hot butter.
Yeah,
literally, like he was going through it like hot knife in butter, man.
Hot knife.
Jesus,
you always see those like English soccer announcers. They always have those terms. They're like he's slicing through the defense like a.
Oh, geez, man! But Herbert is the real deal. I agree with you, man. All right, give me your picks. Give me your. Covering cookies. Let's go. Let's go.
I'm off to a good start this week.
Only a couple weeks. Yeah, you're off. What? You're already on 500 bills.
500 bills.
All right.
5 bills.
I like it.
I'm feeling confident. Well, as you know, tomorrow I do have two of the favorites. Okay. I actually the Bills right now are minus 5.5 against the Denver Broncos. The Broncos and Drew Lock did look good last week, but it was against the Carolina Panthers defense. I'm just going to ride the Bills' hot streak right now. I think they're playing really good football. I know the Broncos, it's always a little tricky going to Denver, but I think just the way they're rolling right now, I'm going to stick with them and ride the hot streak.
I got the Bills as well in my pick.
Yeah, I like the Bills. Right now, they're minus 5.5.
They're 6 right now. The line literally just went up right now.
Oh, right as I was speaking.
Yep.
They heard Danny Blue Eyes. Everyone's on the Bills, and they started hammering.
Look at this. It literally just went up.
I knew it.
Literally. No, you're right. I think the Bills have been doing amazing. The Broncos have been like in a losing streak lately.
They won last week.
Oh, they did. Yeah,
they beat Carolina last week. It was a good win.
Carolina's shaky too, so it's not really much there. But you're right. They've been losing to all to all the solid teams in the league. So
I got 2 bets on the Bills already. I got them to cover the 6, and I also teased them down to a pick'em game as well.
Okay.
So I got them both there.
Okay, I like that. Who's your second pick?
Another pick that I do have is the Packers right now. I know they were sitting at 7-8. The spread's been changing back and forth.
I got the Packers as well. Right now it's at 8.
But so McCaffrey's listed out again. Carolina, they've been struggling. Yep. Their defense has a lot of holes, and they got to travel up to Green Bay. I mean, maybe I don't feel super confident taking them more than the touchdown.
Yep.
But I did tease them down to 2 points. I felt fairly confident in that. Because I see the Packers scoring 34 to 38 points on them.
I agree.
And I don't think Carolina could keep up.
I agree.
I don't trust the Packers defense too much, but
so
I
far
think they
same
win 2
picks.
scores.
I think we're going the same. Well, let me pick your third one. I'm guessing because so far,
Should
so
be
good.
my number 1, the Chiefs.
The Chiefs.
I love the Chiefs.
So we're going Chiefs number 3.
Yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs straight up. I like them minus 3. I know they just announced today that Drew Brees is coming back, but we don't know how healthy he is.
Right.
Even when he was healthy, he wasn't looking that great.
Yeah.
He's coming back with 11 broken ribs. You're going to see a little bit of hesitation from him taking some hits.
Yep.
We'll see if Sean Payton could drop a good game plan, but I can't see them sticking with the Chiefs.
Can I pick?
I really can't.
Can I pick your fourth game? I think we might have the same pick as well. I think you're going Steelers as a tease, aren't you? I'm sorry, not Steelers. You're going Steelers as a tease versus the Bengals.
Well, that was Monday night game. I actually haven't. I wasn't choosing that. Are you choosing that? Or
I
no?
am.
Okay, you're taking.
I think I like them against the Bengals. They are minus 13. Cheese them down to minus 6 versus the Bengals. Yeah, I think Steelers get it done, but at least a touchdown for sure. They've been struggling lately a lot. This is gonna be a big game for them just because they lost 2 in a row after they were just undefeated. They need a big game for sure. And Bengals after Burrow left, they just have not found the rhythm.
They've struggled.
They've struggled big time. I think they know now everything is running. Has to go through Burrow, if that makes any sense. So they're not going to find identity. So I feel like they've already given up on the season. And the Steelers...
Yeah, they haven't looked too great.
No, they haven't. And Steelers coming out of 2 losses in a row after they were undefeated. They need to
see a little bit of
one gave
team.
up, one needs a statement game. So this is going to be it.
You're
for
going to
sure.
see a little bit of anger there come out hard.
Oh, for
There's
sure.
a lot of big spreads this week, though, huh?
No,
There's a lot of big spreads out
minus
there.
13 is
I know.
That's crazy.
And then you got the Rams minus 17.
Yeah.
The Ravens minus 12.
Versus the Jets. So that makes it makes sense.
Ravens minus
I'm not gonna
12.
lie. I do like that as a teaser for the Jets because the Jets, even though they've been losing, it's been close games. You haven't seen a Jets game.
They lost by 37 last week.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Before you're right. So last week they did lose by 37. Before that, it's been getting close and close.
Like,
all right, hold on. They should put Flacco back because they actually were playing well.
Playing better football with Flacco.
Exactly.
Better.
I like Flacco. He could throw. Yeah, a lot of interceptions, a lot of picks, but he could still throw. So he always had them kind of like.
I don't see the Jets scoring on the Rams. Maybe 3 points. So? 3.
Oh wow!
I see it like a 24-7 game. Damn, that's what I see it as. 24-7.
All right.
Rams defense is rolling right now,
man.
And the Jets are.
It is.
They're in tank mode.
I'm just scared betting for the Rams because the one time I went buku money this year on the Rams is when they lost to the Dolphins. So I'm like, what the hell, man?
That was with goofball.
That was with goof. Like
turning it over 4 times.
Jesus, man. Who's your 4th game?
Who's my 4th game? Didn't I not say it? I don't know.
No, you said Chiefs. Who's after Chiefs?
Shit. Okay. I don't have a 4th game right now.
You don't have a 4th game?
I don't know. I mean, right now, I like the Ravens a lot.
Okay.
They're playing the Jags. The Jags have been
line
playing.
Is big on that
it's
one.
12
man.
points right now.
Yeah.
If you tease it down to 6, I mean, definitely comfortable there.
Okay.
I think the Ravens. Are rolling right now off of their big win on Monday Night Football.
Okay.
And who's playing quarterback for the Jags? Is it Minshew again? Is it Glennon?
Yeah, I heard he might be back this week.
Okay, I don't even. Yeah. Is it Luton?
Even if it's
they've been
Minshew,
playing a QB carousel. So
even if it's Minshew, I don't think he's gonna be doing that well. But yeah, no, I agree. I think they just started winning back again, so they need to finish the season strong when it comes to the Ravens. Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting, but it should be a blowout.
How do you like the Seahawks this week? Another game to keep an eye on because actually Alex Smith re-hurt that leg that he had surgery on. So they're going back to the rookie Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah, they've been doing
the one
well
who was benched.
with Alex Smith, man.
They were
doing very
So the
well.
Seahawks minus 6 in Washington against the rookie QB.
Yeah.
I mean, I do like that line as well.
Seahawks defense again.
If
we keep talking about...
They're coming around.
Are they?
They're coming around.
Are they, though?
They let up 16 points to the Giants, 3 to the Jets, but still.
To the Giants!
Okay, Giants, Jets, whatever. I think they're coming around a little bit. We'll just see, okay? Right. I know you're not high on the Seahawks right now.
No, I'm not. Not too high.
I still think they're a contender right now, and I think...
I love Metcalf, don't get me wrong. I love Wilson a lot. I don't know, man. They've screwed up a lot of my teasers, so... That's why it's I'm kind of staying away from them.
Is there any way we could find a line? Bovada probably has a line.
Yeah, I'm a Bovada.
Can you pull up the lines to win the Super Bowl right now?
Ooh.
Just to win. I kind of want to place a fun bet.
Let me see if I can.
Right around this time. Because last year when the Chiefs, when Mahomes got hurt, the Chiefs dropped all the way down to 12-1 odds to win the Super Bowl, and I threw $100 on it, and it paid out nice. I'm thinking about maybe playing the Seahawks. Because I feel like their line may be pretty juicy here.
The Seahawks?
I mean, I don't know. It depends. Obviously, it depends on what
the Seahawks are going to go to the Super Bowl?
No, as a sleeper team, I think they're a team that could streak it together, especially in the weak NFC. Come on.
Okay. All right. You don't
Their biggest threats right now are the Saints.
I was
going to
say, I think the Saints can beat the Seahawks right now.
Yeah, I'm just saying though, it's
I think
not like by a landslide.
Not by a landslide. No, I don't.
But I could see the Seahawks putting up 35 points on the Packers defense.
Yeah, I guess.
And I don't know. I mean, it's you can't find it.
I can't find it right now, but
I found it.
You found it.
All right.
Where is it?
Here. They say each team though, so.
All right, cool. So what is it?
So they got. Here you go. Chiefs are at the top.
Plus 450. That's not bad.
That isn't bad.
Then the Ravens.
That's easy $200
Wait,
right there.
No. Is this at the beginning of the year or is this now?
It says we're 2 weeks into the 2020 campaign. So I don't know if this is what it's on Bovada though.
Okay, can you go down? Actually, can you go down?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hit the Chief? Like press on the Chiefs. Yeah, you can actually literally place a bet on them. Here we go.
Okay, hold on.
Wait.
Huh.
Oh, it disappeared?
Yeah, it's just.
So there's got to be the old one. They're just showing it in Google, I guess.
Yeah, that is the old one.
Yeah, that's
right
the
now.
old one.
Okay, let me keep looking.
No, I found it.
You found it? So what's the Chiefs at?
Chiefs are at plus 180.
Yeah.
I was like, no way, they're at plus 420. I was going to run over to that line. Here, I'll give you the odds right now.
Yeah, we looked at each other both. We were like, that's a $500 bet.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I'll throw $5 on that right now. Chiefs plus 180, Packers plus 650, Saints plus 700, Rams plus 1100, Bills 12-1, Steelers 12-1, Seahawks 14-1.
Bills 12-1 is not bad.
They just have to go through the Chiefs, so that's what worries me.
I'm just saying $100 in there.
You like that?
I do.
The Browns are at 37.
Bets
the Browns are at 37
because
to 1.
Here's the thing. It's either going to be the Chiefs or the Bills in that division, right?
In that conference.
So you throw in 500 on the Chiefs. You throw in a bill on the Bills. You're winning either way.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not. So you're not a believer in the Steelers at all, are you?
Hell no.
Okay.
No, wouldn't even throw $20 on them. Literally.
Wow.
Yeah, no. But what's their odds at?
The Steelers?
Yeah.
12-1 right now.
You think so?
I only say so because I really like their defense. Obviously, their offense isn't clicking right now. But, I mean, their defense could keep anybody in the game. But
who's their biggest
right now
threat?
they're fading right now.
Who's their biggest threat in their division right now?
In the Steelers?
Yeah.
What do you mean? I mean, they have to go through the Chiefs.
No, I know. Who do you think is... do you think they can even get through a Bills team right now?
No.
Exactly.
I don't. No,
That's what
I don't.
Do you think they can go through... definitely not going to get through the Chiefs. Definitely going to get through the Bills.
I think they're third right now.
Yeah.
That's where I kind of have them at.
All right.
But right now they have home field right now over the Bills and stuff.
Okay.
So
all right.
Who knows?
Alrighty. Well, got anything else to add, sir?
No, I think that's all, my man.
All right. Well, this one is a wrap. Thank you so much for joining the Trendy Husky Podcast. If you haven't subscribed, please go do so on our Facebook, YouTube, and our Instagram page. Thank you so much for joining in. I think we're going to do one more before Christmas. So we're still going to get you to say Merry Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho.
Beautiful.
I got some gifts for you. I want you to open them. So we got to do a show.
We're definitely going to do a show next week. So we're going to do a Christmas show. He already got his gift from mine.
I do.
So
look.
there you go.
Wait,
that's not my gift. Don't lie. You got a nice projector from me.
So, I know I did.
You did. Have you even used it yet?
No.
Doofus. All right. Anyways, all right. This one is a wrap. Thank you so much for joining in.